Greetings. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to my review of the eWin racing chair from the Champion series. Just so you know, this is 100% a sponsored video. I was contacted by eWin. They offered to send me this chair for free for me to review it, so know that going in. However, those of you that know me know that any video that I've ever done sponsored is 100% my honest thoughts. So even if I have nothing positive to say, that's what the opinion you're gonna get. So luckily I do have a lot of positive things to say though. So eWin Racing Chairs is a company that you can look at right now. The link is gonna be down in the video description below. Why am I still wearing this Freddy glove? This is for the next video that I'm doing, not the racing chair. So like I said, guys, eWin contacted me, wanted me to be one of their influencers. I do not currently own a gaming chair. I have never owned a gaming chair, so it was something that I was curious about. The best computer chair that I have is like the little $20 Walmart small chair that is not very good. So I was very curious to see what the upgrade of this gaming chair was going to be. This is like a $300 chair that I'm sitting on. You will see more of it. I'm gonna show different footage of me showing the features, but overall just kind of going over what my experience so far with this chair has been. I haven't really used it for much gaming. I don't really have the layout in my house for a gaming chair. I don't game on my computer, and it would make no sense for me to have this in the living room where I do most of my gaming with PlayStation or Xbox or the Switch. So I've pretty much been using this strictly for YouTube stuff, for editing. I was actually sitting in this during our most recent stream on Autop Stream. So if you dial back to that video, I'll probably just show a little clip. I was sitting on this for the full 2.5 hours, which was a nice little demo of how comfortable it would be for extended periods of time, because if you're a gamer, you're gonna be playing for a couple hours. I guess it probably makes the most sense for me to show off the chair first, show off the features that it offers, and show the design of not only the leather of the chair, but the pillows that it uses and how it kind of utilizes the different available settings and adjustments for these arms, as well as the tilt function that I'm using right now. And obviously what comes standard with these chairs, the fact that it will go up or down depending on your height. So here's a few features of this chair. So this is the chair, guys. This is the Champion series that I got. And I went with the white and the black because that kind of appealed to me. It felt like it went with everything. As you can see, there is a neck support pillow right there, as well as a lumbar support pillow. And they're both held on with these little elastic straps right here that go through this hole. It's something I'm going to get into as far as my pros and my cons with it, because there's some good things about it and there's a couple of bad things about it, but you do have the option to remove them if you don't like them, and they're adjustable. You can pull this one up here, you can put it back down where it goes. So a lot of adjustability there, as well as, speaking of customizing, you have a couple of buttons on both of these arms, where this one, you can slide it front and back with this little button right here. There's a button right here where you can slide it side to side. And they also have a rotate feature. So those people that like to game and they like to change their positions a lot, you can do that on both of these arms, so that's really cool. Some of the more standard features with chairs like these, you have obviously this where you can tilt the chair all the way back. It goes pretty much horizontal and it feels pretty sturdy. I actually was a little bit nervous that maybe it would tip over, but I pulled it, laid all the way back, and it felt balanced. So you have that, as well as both of these little knobs right here. The one on this side raises the chair or lowers the chair, and this one on this side just kind of locks or unlocks the tilt feature. So you'll see me kind of move back and forth in the chair whenever I'm filming my pros and my cons, and this is what this feature of the chair does. It either locks it to where it stays vertical like that, or allows you to tilt it back and forth. Let's see what else you could show. So these are the straps that I was talking about. Now, in my cons, I am going to talk about the fact that you can't adjust the tightness of this, because I would like it to sit in a certain position. So just to give you an idea, it doesn't actually have one of those little sliding bars to adjust the tension. It's literally just whatever length they give you. I mean, you could jerry rig it, you could tie a knot in it, you could do whatever you want to get it up there. But as far as a feature that the chair does not come with, that is something that annoyed me slightly. It's just a small little issue, but just so you have a visual of that. But this is the chair. As you can see, very good quality leather. A lot of really nice stitching here to have these little racing designs here, which I'm not really a racing or NASCAR fan, but I actually like the design of this chair. I just kind of like the sleek look that it brings. Obviously got stitching going through here. Really nice quality leather. Like, I know you can't, there's no field vision, but you can see there's some really good padding in here that bounces back really good, so it's not like some cheap padding that's just going to sink a hole right here after a couple of days. And it's just a really soft to the touch leather. Some leathers have a very rustic feel to it and it can almost be unpleasant. This is a really soft leather. So I think overall that's pretty much all I can show you as far as the view of this chair. I've shown you all, hey Chucky, I've shown you pretty much all the features that it comes with. There's not really anything hidden behind here that I need to show you, but that is the chair, guys. So this is the Champion Series. Once again, I got the black and white. There's a lot of different color variations, but let's get on to the pros and the cons, the positives and the negatives of this Champion Series eWin gaming chair. Now that we're back, let me go into my positives as well as my negatives for this chair. Positives is that it feels very, very high quality, just very sturdy. Even when putting this thing together, you could tell that the tools and the hardware that they give you is very high quality steel tools, which might sound like nothing, but if you're like me, if you're a dad and you put together a lot of tables and chairs and coffee tables and everything else, you could tell the difference between a company that puts pride into their hardware and a company that gives you the cheapest screws possible that are probably going to rip out of the seat within 6 months. Very high quality hardware used for this chair, as well as the leather, the stitching. It's a very fine leather. You can tell by feeling it that the plush on the inside is good, sturdy quality, and as well as the leather that they encase everything in with this chair is a good quality leather that is probably not going to tear very easily, and it is very soft to the touch. It's not like a rough leather or anything that's going for that more rustic feel to it. So definitely geared more towards comfort. Another positive that I like is the fact that it probably comes standard in a lot of gaming chairs, but I like the fact that you can adjust these arms up and down, and you can adjust them to the side and everything, because while I might not be using it for gaming at the moment, I know when you do a lot of gaming, you know, as you're sitting there for a while, you kind of adjust your position, and it's cool that you can actually adjust your arm rest to kind of guide whatever angle you're playing at, because those of us that know we've played many hours of like Grand Theft Auto or some kind of online gaming like Call of Duty, you do start to kind of shift your body a lot, and being stuck in this position is not necessarily gaming friendly. I also like the fact that this chair provides not only neck support with this pillow, but it also provides the lumbar support with that larger pillow that's sitting right below my lower back right now. Not really have any experience with computer chairs or gaming chairs or office chairs that have detachable pillows that are meant for support. Like the one in my neck right now actually feels quite nice. The fact that I can just kind of lean back and there's not like that huge space where I'm gonna like tilt my head around trying to find a comfortable spot. And though it did take me a little bit to get used to it, I've actually grown to like this lumbar support pillow too. At first it was weird. The first time that I used it, like when I was using it on Autop Stream, I actually ended up taking it out after a while because it just kind of felt odd the way that it was sitting. But especially if you're using this tilt right here, if you're going to be gaming and looking backwards, the lumbar support is really nice. If you're going to be sitting forward on your desk, it might not make too much of a difference, but if you're going to be doing what the gaming chair was made for, which is gaming, it's a nice little feature to have. And I like the fact that they're detachable and kind of somewhat adjustable too, with the straps where you can kind of move them up and down to where you want them. Now getting into the negatives, and there unfortunately are a few with this chair. I don't have any models to compare this to. Like I said, this is my first gaming chair experience, so it's not like I have a different brand or even a different model of eWin chairs to compare this to. This is just something that is stuck out to me with my first experience with a gaming chair. Though I do like the fact that these pillows are on here, and I do like the fact that they are adjustable. The neck pillow, the fact that it just kind of sags down like that, and there's not really a way to lock it in to the top, the highest setting up here as far as these holes go, bugs me, because every single time I sit back, I have to reach back and I have to adjust the pillow, and if you move it all, it goes back down, you got to readjust it again, and it's held very loosely by these straps that you can see right here. And this hole is, you know, a good 6 inches high, so it's just gonna keep dropping down to the lowest setting of that hole. I wish there was a way to tighten the straps, like just as easy as, you know, like any other, like a dog collar where you have the little strap that you can kind of make it tighter. If they would have just included that on this pillow, that would have been a huge difference for me. I know, first world problems, I have to lift a pillow up, big deal, but it is something that was slightly annoying for me, every single time I sat up to do something, even just that light little movement that I did right there, I have to readjust this pillow. Another con for me personally, which is going to be something that's going to depend entirely on you, just like a mattress will, is that the seat portion of this that I'm actually sitting on and putting all of my weight on is quite firm. I'm more of a soft cushion type of guy. Like, I had the same debate/argument with Holly whenever we went to go buy a new mattress a few months ago. She likes her support in her mattress or her cushions or her couch or her chair to be very firm and to be like sitting on concrete practically. I'm quite the opposite end of the spectrum. I like a lot of support, a lot of cushion. I kind of like to feel like I'm sitting on a cloud. And this is much more on the Holly end of the spectrum, where this seat is very firm. It's not uncomfortable to sit in. It's not like it's too firm for me to kind of get acquainted with, but for somebody that prefers things to be a little softer, a little bit more cushion, the very firm seat does start to make me slightly uncomfortable after long periods of time. Like the last 30-40 minutes of the autop stream that I kind of debuted using this chair with, I did start to feel slightly uncomfortable and was shifting in my seat a little bit because it is so firm. But like I said, that depends entirely on you. If you're somebody that loves firm, then this is going to be the type of chair for you. And not to say that maybe the different tiers or the different models that they have at eWin might not have softer or firmer chairs depending on what model you decide to go with. But as far as the Champion series that I got, it's a very firm seat, so know that going in and know who you are, which you prefer, soft or firm. And the final negative that I have is actually not too big of a deal, but it is something that annoyed me a little bit. The directions that they provide to build this chair, while it's not a very complicated thing to do, it's not a very complicated build. I've built much more complicated things out of, furniture in the house and things of that nature, but the directions that they provide you with and the steps that they provide you with, at least for this model, do not 100% line up with how the chair is. And there was quite a few times, at least 3, during the build of this chair, trying to make sure that I did it right so I didn't have to undo anything, where the picture provided did not match the hardware or the style of the chair that I was building. So there was a moment where I was looking for a part that was actually already pre-installed on the side of these cushions, that there was an entire step to install that I did not have to do. So that kind of threw me for a loop for a good 5 minutes. And there was also, whenever I installed the bottom plate that actually holds the piston to push the chair up and down, as well as the wheels, the picture had me install it backwards. So after everything was said and done, when I turned the flip feature on where you could tilt it, it would only tilt forward. And I was like, I don't think this is right. So I actually had to disassemble the bottom of the chair and redo it. So I don't know. I don't know if maybe that was an older model of the Champion or if it fits to one of the other models, but that was something that stood out to me. Again, not a big deal. Most people that build a lot of things, you can have that kind of, you're mechanically inclined enough to tell where things fit, whether the picture shows you perfectly or not. So it wasn't something that had like this huge impediment on me building this chair. It was just something that frustrated me maybe 2-3 times when I was building it, but still it was a very easy build. I think I had the whole thing thrown together in about 20 minutes. So just a small little negative to throw in there so that you know if you're somebody that really needs step-by-step directions, you might need a little extra help or a second person to kind of help you out, figure out if there's any disparity from the pictures to what your chair actually looks like. But overall, guys, I can't recommend this chair enough. I think that it's actually a very high quality chair. I like the fact that it's big, it's tall. I am on the taller end of the spectrum, so I like the fact that my head's not like towering over it. I like the neck pillow and the lumbar pillow, the adjustable arms, which might be just a standard thing with gaming chairs, but like I said, it's my first experience. I actually like the setup that this chair brings. I like the look of it. I like the quality of the leather and the design and the way that the stitching and everything is. Just a couple of minor annoyances as far as a firm seat, the neck pillow not being as, permanently adjustable as I would like it to be, and maybe some disparities in the building of the chair, but still very much worth the money. And speaking of that, since you've actually watched this whole review and sat through to the end, I have a promo code for you that will give you 30% off of this chair. So I think it actually goes towards any model that you want, but this is on one of the higher end models. So this is a $300 chair, and it's going to give you almost $100 off of this chair. So use the promo code, very simple, Cody. When you go to eWin Racing, which the link is down below, use that promo code and get yourself 30% off of one of these chairs. If you're somebody that games a lot, works at your computer a lot, or does live streaming or things of that nature, much like I do on this channel, and you want something that has a lot more support and everything that I've described with this chair appeals to you, please do yourself a favor, click that link down below and get yourself one of these. So that's it, guys. Please like and share this video, especially if you know people that would need a chair like this. Hit that subscribe button. A very interesting video to find this channel on because this is very off the wall for the type of content that I make, but nonetheless, welcome to the channel. Check out all the nasty surprises that I have for you down in my video catalog. Hit that subscribe button, please. Check the video description below for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter links, as well as my Patreon page, which is a great way to give back to this channel, help this channel grow, and get cool exclusive content for your eyes only if you decide to become a patron. So check all that out, guys, please, as well as my Teespring store. Right below the video description, check out the Teespring store. It has all of my designs for all of my merchandise, designed by my buddy Woody Bowen, and it has t-shirts, there's mugs, there's cinch bags, stickers, all kinds of things down there that you can put these logos on. We've got the 31 on 31 logos down there, 3 different designs, so pick your favorite. You also have the Autop Stream logo, so check that stuff out, guys, and represent this channel. And send me some pictures if you do, in fact, get an Autop Stream or a 31 on 31 design so that I can use them in future content. Thank you guys for watching, and if you want to check out some more of my content, you could check that out by clicking right over here.